That's crazy like a paisy.
Take three.
Take
Hi.
three. Yo, yo, yo. Yes.
So to continue where we left off, we were talking about strong, independent women. So
Yes.
Terrell was giving his opinion, which
Yes.
Terrell, repeat your opinion
I, I, I,
on the subject.
I forgot. I was highly sedated. What was I saying?
You were
No, no,
saying
I
how
was
you
saying,
love a dominant woman, but she has to know when to be submissive.
yeah, she has to know when to be submissive, and a lot of females don't know that because all they know is that that man wasn't in my life or that man that wasn't in my child life. So I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna run it from beginning to end. Even if another man comes in and tries to show me all types of love and show me that he cares and he's holding it down, he's paying the bills and he's doing all these things. I'm still gonna demasculate him and say, no, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna be the man. I'm gonna be the man. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem with a lot of females. I've came across a lot of females that act like that, and I had to let them know, like, listen, whatever happened, happened. And but I'm saying I'm the man right now. I'm not trying to take over nothing, but I am the man, and that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You can be as strong and dominating as you want, but just know when to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? That's the sexiest thing you could probably do for a man, a real man that understands his role in a woman's life.
What's the sexiest thing? Be submissive?
No, no, well, no, you like see, I like a strong woman. Do what you do, but be submissive. No win, like a lady in the street, a freak in the bed. In so many words, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If that makes sense, I don't want to take away from anything I just said because I like an independent woman. She pays her own bills. She makes her own way. But when it comes to us, you're being a woman. You're being as fragile as you can be, and you're allowing me to do what I do as a man, to please you, to make you feel protected, loved, and all those things. You know what I'm saying? That's the sexiest thing you can give a real man, and that's the sexiest thing a real man can give a woman is to do those things. You know? Yeah.
Are you done?
Oh damn. Well, fuck it. Then. You know what?
Are you done?
Hit her with a bat in her hand and let her know, like, look here, heifer, I'm running the show. You ain't used. I'm gonna be trying to be all. Go ahead, mom.
Are you finished speaking?
Yeah.
With your will?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Jeez.
So, a couple of things and a couple of questions. First off, I'm an independent woman myself, young woman, 24 years old. I consider myself pretty independent. So, I can also be very dominant at times in my relationship.
Very.
However, shut up. I do know. I do know when I wouldn't say be submissive, but I do know when to kind of step down from that role and let my partner take control.
Submissive.
And I don't want to say submissive
Well,
because it's very. A lot of women out here are quote unquote submissive, and it's not the. Anyways, I'm not saying there's not the way to be, but let me explain. I do know when to step down, not be submissive, but kind of let him, take control. Let him kind of take over things. In my experience, it's very exhausting sometimes when you do have a partner and you are that dominant, not controlling, but you are that dominant, making sure everything's right person. So I do like to step down a few times and, let him kind of just take the load for a minute. That doesn't mean I'm being submissive. That's just means I'm taking a break. I'm going to say that. So I feel like, why can't you be in a relationship where both of you, where it's not really a power battle? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not where you are power tripping over each other. Like
Well,
sometimes you take the load, sometimes he takes the load. Sometimes, you just need a day. It's like, you know what, babe, you know what, I can't deal with this right now. You go ahead, do what you do. And vice versa. I feel like a man should, as you say, a real man, and I'm not taking that from you, but I also
right,
feel like a real man knows how to deal with a strong, independent, dominant woman. It
right,
also could be that this woman is so used to being, it's not necessarily that anything happened, because nothing happened to me. I was raised that way. My
right,
mom told me that you're going to be a strong, independent woman where you're not going to have to depend on anybody to take care of you or do anything for you. And that's the woman that I am today. So it's not necessarily that anything happened where I'm bitter about it,
right.
but that's just how I am. And I feel like it does take a little work. It does take a little patience. And ladies, you do have to sometimes let him take the load. It could be very exhausting. If it's not exhausting for you, then still, it's about you and your partner. You know, it's not necessarily your job to take care of your partner, but it is kind of your job to make sure that your partner is giving the love and attention that they need. And if they do need to kind of, I guess, prove themselves or show, prove to their own selves that they need to be that dominant man or whatever, then, let them have it. It takes two, you know?
It is,
And I feel
and
like it's unfair for, I feel like it's definitely unfair on them, even though this has been going on since the 40s, 50s, 30s, I don't know, how long, but talking to some of my friends and even talking to my fiance, it can be a little bit much on a man's shoulders to, keep everything together, to pay the bill, to make sure that your wife is fed, and that your kids are fed, and that everyone is satisfied, and that, the house is still running and the bills are paid, It does
right,
take two. It is a big load, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to pay the bills. I'm going to be in the kitchen, you know?
right.
And a lot of people do have that mindset. There's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like if we as women want to evolve, then we have to kind of start thinking about the switching of the roles a little bit. I feel like there's nothing wrong with a strong, dominant, independent woman. You should be able to kind of switch off when it's necessary.
Submissive.
And also take, you know what, Terrell?
Hey, because I'm saying we're saying the same thing, but you don't want to say what it is. That's the thing. We say the same thing, and I get you. I feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You you have to be submissive. That's what I say. A dominant woman that knows when to be submissive to her husband, and it's not just during sex. You know what I'm saying? But I also was speaking for the women that are truly just bitter. The occasional bitter black woman, bitter white woman, the bitter Arabian woman, all that. You know what I'm saying? Because they got done wrong, and so they want to treat every man like a piece of shit, and don't want allow this good man to treat you like a queen. That's basically what I was speaking from. You know what I'm saying? But we are still saying the same thing. You have to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's taking away from nobody's being dominant. Yeah, it's 50-50 in this. It's always 50-50. But there's a lot of people that believe it's 80-20. It's 90-10. It's 95-5. A lot of people believe in that. And so they don't want to give in to that because they don't want to put their guards down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that does come from a lot of bitterness and a hurt, and in most situations where a woman is, had a bad past or whatever. But my main point is you have to know when to be a team.
Hmm.
You have to know when, if you see that he's ladies, if you see that he's completely exhausted or that, he's getting overwhelmed, maybe I don't know, lost his job or he's just overworking constantly 24 hours a day. You come home like, why ain't these dishes washed? When you work too, it's not as much as something, take the load off. And same, gentlemen, if you see your woman is tired and she's been at home all day with the baby and they're crying and she's not getting enough sleep or she's not getting a proper